already. Quite powerful with the addition of those perks, and you know, being able to have more of that right click healing now than in the past was pretty
okay.
That's where you want to.
No Zomba.
Turret here for NVM already.
No Zomba.
And Rocket is obviously going to be on the hunt here. So Rocket and Chopper, no huge changes. Timeless.
Okay.
Composition is pretty reminiscent of what we've seen. In I do hope
I'll say Avidity's comp is better.
Break some ankles with the you know, the critical you can get, but.
Never seen one play Ashe in my life, actually. So I'm curious on how this is.
Give the Steven nowhere to fall back to.
Yeah, they've just pushed Wob Rocket specifically into a really tough spot. You see, just kind of playing.
Stop press. Right. Let me stop press.
It's going to break line aside of the rest of the team for Timeless, and Chopper takes on Nenwai, right? And that's going to be the
Chopper kills Nenwai. Okay.
Trying to keep Twirls up, and he's backing out towards it, but this is just a nasty spot to be forced into.
Yeah, still though, I mean, credit to Avidity, they've not allowed for a full cap as of yet. NVM obviously pretty key component of that, making it difficult.
This is like a crazy stallman. Oh my god, big nade from Squid.
Losing one of those earlier on, that's an turret taken down.
Riker dies.
The nano boost here, those who keep eyes on Riker falls, but Avidity keep losing their backline.
Oh my Rocket?
Scuffed. NVM really trying to throw down now here on the point. It's going to force a recall from Rocket, but Chopper has a nano, and it's been going to work on the front line on that high ground. It's 12's already out of the game here, and NVM eventually will be run down.
Extremely long and dragged out.
Are they staggering? Nah, they demons, bro. They demons. They dead ass demons. Oh my god, they demons, bro.
As Nenwai gonna not make it off the side, so you'll end up getting a large chunk of percentage on the point here for Timeless. But Nano's used right away from both sides. What I really like from Timeless is we see it a little bit from Riker is he'll be on the low ground. He'll actually use the Ramatra shield up on the high ground and protect Squid and allow him to just free fire down on that low ground. Hit a really big bio, a two-player bio that set up that last fight.
Okay, Scuffed obviously takes the perk, which allows your bio nade to bounce. Pretty satisfying to pick up here. Likely he's going to have more defensive application. Is basically Avidity getting their faces punched in across the map at the moment. Is Wab and NVM constantly.
Who the fuck is Nevermind? I low-key had him on Winston last night. Oh, okay.
Ruined, dominated, wrecked, brutal savage, all the rest.
Yeah, I mean a super sick sleep there. From Squid, right? You get a few shots, that bio that bounces, it like connects with them and then bounces back towards them, but not able to get any kind of benefits off the second bounce. But Avidity, after their first point control, just gonna get them pushed back here.
Nevermind is insane, Genji. Are we got insider information here?
Up close here if you're
What the fuck?
What in the world is this? I mean,
it's Cheerios gaming, baby. Let's go.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's all about that hard health, Matt. Make sure you get them healthy rolled oats in your cereal in the morning. Love to see it. Scuffed has built that nano here. Twirls trying to contest the point now. Pulse bomb there from Rocket being deployed. Bione catching on towards Twirls as it's easier to make those work even from low ground. And Wub's trying to wrap the point itself. Envy's been here, but without a blade to work with, they've still been able to find Luke Mino. And have eyes on Squid. Should be a comfortable clean.
Oh my god!
Too much pressure for the others to deal
Never mind.
Yeah, you actually had Timeless.
Wub dies popping. I mean, Chopper dies popping the overclock.
I wonder if there's a way for them to kind of get back in this fight on. Actually, it's going to be Wub taking out Riker as he's trying to get back to the rest of the squad. I thought.
Is this guy on 4x3? Why is his crosshair like that? Ew, man. This team got the ugliest crosshairs fucking ever.
A lot used there by Avidity be able to flip it. So okay, now it looks like the crosshair that back to normal potentially.
Oh, did Nenwai change it on the fly?
I don't know.
That is something special. Again, you'll notice obviously that, you know, with the switch of Nenwai off the Iliari, there's no perk yet built. Also, NVM does not have that first Genji perk either. It's the supports that have stuck on these picks so far that have gotten there, and of course Rocket.
Okay, Chopper. Oh my, chop shot.
It's going to be a little bit scary. Wub's down. Chopper eventually finds connection there with the railgun headshot. This is bad news for Avidity. Struggling, I think, to keep their longer range elements in the game, and NVM just hasn't had the penetration.
NVM. NVM. Oh, okay, Rocket. Oh.
Careful, big range on that. Gonna recall away.
Yeah, you haven't even had to use the annihilation here. You're gonna get up to final fight territory. It'll be Twals who will get a touch, but he's extremely low. Most likely gonna lose his mech.
Squid here, still in a safe spot. You're right, mech is lost, and now that Bionade catching on. Squid just nailing these shots.
Wait, never mind. Hold on.
And here comes the
Hold on.
No nano here for Squid to give one to himself or anybody else for that matter. So
all right, someone in chat new ball. Never mind, Loki clean on the Genji.
Yeah, it was a Kitsune rush there used as well, right? So Timeless, there's not really a great window to use that Annihilation.
You know what? Never mind.
Maybe you could use
Yeah, Miles, go ahead and execute them out.
It's actually still not in mech, right? So
Keep up what you're doing. Thank you, bro.
Get a fight here before that Diva can get a mech back. That would be quite huge, and that'll be Timeless actually with a Kitsune Rush plus Annihilation. That could be pretty devastating. I don't know how Avidity's gonna like hold control of the point and deal with this.
Interesting, like Luke Mino's perk selection here. Not what I would have expected to see. Obviously, the protection Suzu giving movement speed, but also the healing from kunai hits being picked up here for Luke Mino.
Oh, this might be a bad nano. Actually, they're cutting the. Oh, oh my!
An annihilation onto the point. But hit with the Bionade is Riker. Luke Mino's been lost in the back line now. Riker knows he needs to find some value. Suzu going to be thrown in Scuff's direction, and Wyber's able to stave off the tank. Hello, Avidity in the game in a big way. Timeless here, starting to run a little bit low on the old gas tank. Wyb low, just going to take some shelter. And that's an Avidity first round take.
Yeah, Riker not really able to find much of anything there with the nano boost and the annihilation. They did a nice job of putting pressure on a squid. Once he ends up getting that like self nano, right, from that perk, they kind of back off him for a little bit. Ana just becomes extremely difficult to dive in those types of situations. And Riker's not able to
almost ever see past your bus? Yeah, all the time.
He gets a first point win with a really nice comeback.
Yeah, man, pretty impressive considering that it felt like Timeless for most of the round were in control.
Why'd you go printed one piece of paper on your shard to do it?
Link a couple team fights together, especially just getting given a nano. Pretty straightforward stuff. Then why having switched over towards the Kiriko outside of the pretty, ambitious Iliari pick, was able to have big impact too.
Yes, so you're going to get a Torb Venture setup here for Avidity. Being able to
okay, let's see what Timeless can do here. Kind of on similar comps. I think Timeless has the better comp, actually. So let's see what they can do.
That's a lot of damage down onto NVM at the start.
That is a lot of heal pressure for a team that features a brig here.
I mean, welcome to the chop shop.
Under just the alpha damage, the front-loaded burst that Timeless are able to apply to them.
Yeah, Malga is very difficult to deal with. I mean, he has some really interesting kind of like perk options in general. Right?
All right, so he got the extra ammo and the Soj and the E.
That shield and being able to kind of put down some of that damage, and allows and gives space for Chopper to obviously land some big railgun shot that kind of kicked off that previous fight.
Okay, and then White still can't really peek their head out now. I think the Brig is definitely going to get punished by this range element of Timeless's comp, which is mostly just Chopper. That's enough to fear in and of itself. 12's outside of Nemesis form now, which means that Riker can head in that direction once more.
Wait, when did Wub get on Torb? What just happened?
But that range, but Chopper's AD strafing gets him out of the rivet gun's range. And here we go, Timeless starting to turn up the heat a little bit.
Yo, shit seems like 5 gifted. Or I'm 2 gifted 5. What do you think Metal be? I have no idea, man. Shutsu?
This is Timeless getting off
Chitsu?
start, but I would not count Avidity out just yet, right? As
Shutsu?
Here, right? Where Riker's able to get in there with the Ramatra, and they didn't really have anything to burst him down. The Malga able to burst him down, yeah. So we'll see now with the railgun shots.
Chitsu?
Here we go again. Nemesis form used. His 12's trying to
okay.
entirely. What does get around? So the switch over towards the Sojourn has already yielded some results.
Mr. Hoop? Oh my god, Mr. Hop needs something. You had it the fight the first time? Oh my god.
Orbit array coming up for Timeless. They're down to 3 players. What can you expect to make happen here? That is throwing good money after bad.
Well, so,
what the?
Okay, so it does look obviously pretty bad in hindsight, right?
But you're stretching the point.
Yeah, you're stretching the point, and you ended up having them burn their rally, right? So they ended up using orbital rate and rally. You're gonna get, probably
getting 85% off that is crazy.
There, right? So you trade your orbital.
Yeah, Manga no. See, y'all want to actually get it. He ran into the wall to get damage reduction to stall the point as long as possible. Because if he got bashed, he would have taken so much more damage. He was stalling the point.
Then you're coming back into.
Let me teach y'all. Let me teach you. Let me teach you. Let me teach you.
Across the board, pretty much.
Write that shit down.
Now, especially like you mentioned, there's a rally here for Luke Mino to deploy. NVM has been in the thick of things in this game.
In the thick of things.
Tries to go for the tech shock here. It's a bit dangerous.
Let me stop.
It's a 1-for-1. 12 now pops that annihilation, but the cage fight will limit his effectiveness somewhat. You see Luke Mino really trying to play from the fringes of that ability, and yeah, all the damage that the Rider can pull out, it's not going to be enough. Rocket now just going to unload, and Timeless back in the driver's seat.
even though they're stuck inside the cage fight with the annihilation of Twirls, he's just taking so much damage and there's not enough support there that he's basically just in power block form the entire time as a Ramatra. And it's going to be Chopper using the overclock here, pushing up to the spawn. It's just taking a large chunk out of the Ramatra already.
Yeah, Chopper, of course, dishing it out. A lot of ammunition, of course, to work with.
Yo, Sassy Kitty 1992 thinks it's too much. Wag's tail? What?
Chopper does get caught out. Twirls able to connect. Wub now wants to try and wrap around here and make short work of time.
Oh my, Wub. Wub heads rise. Wub heads rise. Wub heads rise.
Getting up to 150 charge means that even without headshots, you can blow people out of the game.
I'm even a bit shocked that Avidity made it back. I mean, they push up Timeless to the spawn door. Chopper's putting down some significant damage. It was NVM on the Venture. They were able to get there and touch the point, keep it going, right? Get a burrow, just come up, and then now the rest of Avidity, because you never ended up getting that kill onto the Ramatra, can come back in and flood on in. And then Mitch, look at this. Avidity's going to have both support ults to work with here. So a lot like on our first point, right, where Timeless was in control for most of it, and then Avidity came back. They're set up here to potentially do the same.
I mean, this is a potential trap game for your Timeless team. They've got to watch themselves. Good orbital ray, though. A very good one. Not much Avidity could have done about that, and they layer their support ultimates. They just don't go where they're needed, frankly.
Timeless.
Now in control. We are in overtime, of course. It looks like we're gonna have
Isn't there like one song that actually goes like Timeless?
That's what I'm
Timeless.
hoping for.
That song been stuck in my head ever since I've seen their name.
For a brief stall, the cage fight will seal the deal. And all right, we're headed to downtown.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any kind of comp changes. That
It's the Cardi weekend song. Puffer Fish things at 3 months.
Putting up a really good fight. They kind of have to layer both support ults there, right? It's like orbital rays being exchanged. It's a big Maga stomp that kicks things off. So in response, they try and go with a rally.
Nevermind made a clip done with that song. Nevermind got a clip
in
of.
the end. So for Timeless, potentially hovering up like a Doomfist here, and on the other side, I mean, maybe a Reinhardt. I mean, this would be a very interesting comp. I don't think we've seen much of Ryan at all. Yeah, I was gonna say, in North America.
Yes, bro, he's nice. Oh, you know ball?
Looking at the perk system in general, right? Ramatra, it's been a pick here for Avidity the entire time. So you're at, level 3 already. And then also, I think Ramatra has like better perks than Ryan just generally, right? So you'll see them stay on the Ramatra. They'll actually have the Genji in the mix here, but Riker's gonna play Doom.
Okay. Again, this does give you a way to...
Oh, I don't know ball. Okay.
Something that Ramatra does not have access to. Something that Sigma more recently has gained.
Yo, Caterwall thing the 3 months.
Major perk to make use of it. All right, here's Rocket. No connection off that rocket punch, though. It's a little bit concerning.
Wait, what finding a pick on the chop shop?
Uh-oh. The adhesive siphoning. Obviously, which is pretty troll, but this is a bit of a wider map, so having that mobility feels better against
G2 chopping it up in VCT? No, I haven't seen that.
This is also potentially a situation, right, where if Timeless could play Ball, you would play it here, right? Because Ball's potentially a hero that could access that high ground, and then Doom, you just kind of like throw into the mix.
Well, why don't you play it?
Chopper dead again. Uh-oh.
The Ball is banned here.
Oh, it's banned, excuse me.
Yeah, that's why you're not. That would be probably be somewhat illegal to potentially do. And then now they're just going to give up the high ground completely, right? So not really kind of vie for that position. Going to go back and play this Maga.
This Maga cross are low-key icy.
Kind of playing that rush directly past that Ramatra shield and like brawling out. So we'll see them kind of go back to it here. The Venture does play like a huge impact in that last round though. So
Caterwall thinks to get this up.
Have that same type of like dive aggressive potential with the Tracer in the mix, right? Venture seems to be a big beneficiary of the perk system.
Yeah, I mean the 2 hearts perk there for Malco, which means obviously you count as 2 people on the objective, and you also get like some passive health regeneration for being there.
It's like 20
per second. Yeah, so it's
still a lot though.
Well, it also stacks, obviously, like with cardiac overdrive. So it does give you some more.
Damn, he green and recall like crazy. Wait, hold on, never mind.
NVM, and he is looking hungry. Squid and
Is his name not Nevermind? Why is it NVM? What the fuck?
Absolutely brilliant start here. Again, they bring in so many of the perks from the previous game after not switching.
Well, you better start saying Nevermind.
Get into this round.
No, this round's been an absolute draw.
What in the what?
You're gonna actually lose Lucamino here before you can even kind of get him going. So this is brutal. I mean, you're gonna get another like 10% here or so for Avidity. I mean, Rocket has to be extremely careful, right? You lose another player here, you're really screwed if you're Timeless.
Pulse connection's gonna be a rally in a response. Not really a whole lot that could be done. Rocket now tries to back away. There's an orbital right coming out from Scuff, so both support ultimates as Avidity realize.
Okay, well,
taking the round. Squid's under some serious pressure. And then about to finish.
They just popped every GG's.
Around and Timeless have just been washed away.
They just popped every O. I'm not kidding. If Rocket clutches this, he's in the GOAT debate. If Rocket clutches this, he's in the GOAT debate.
Huge risk of dropping this map. With Squid out of the picture and Lucamino Yeah, raying from the spawn side of the map, I think they're in trouble. Bob can double back here for this health pack, and of course, Luke will at least be able to touch. They didn't get the better of Scuffed there, but they now lose Luke. Riker has to rely on his own healing now inside, of course, that cage.
Oh my god, they lost.
Heals, it's not even close to remotely enough.
Are Avidity the underdogs?
Chopper will fall at the finish line, and Avidity take the first map in this series.
Oh no, bro, I can't do this again. Bro, I can't do this again.
In this scenario,
Bro, I cannot do this again.
have an advantage, right, in terms of map differential over the other teams that are all 4-1. You lose maps here, you lose a series, right? I mean, that's just a brutal
Fucking god,
scenario to
man.
potentially be in.
Just go ahead and vote, man. Just go ahead and fucking vote.
3-2 as well, right? So they could potentially move to 4-2, right? With a win here. Timeless actually dropped.
Just fucking vote, man.
All of a sudden, you're looking at map differential and like what everybody has coming up, and I mean that kind of makes the next 2 days really interesting. And look, this is a timeless team that we've talked about that we want to see kind of get over the hump that they've like struggled in kind of moments.
Never mind, was actually a game changer on NG.
This would be
No, easy.
giving into that again.
Yeah, you don't want to be one of those top 4 teams falling into 5th, 6th. And starting in the lower bracket of this tournament. It is such a distinct disadvantage, and you know you can get knocked out of the tournament way earlier. Like another quality team ends up going down to those lowers, and all of a sudden you're playing this matchup again. If you're timeless potentially, right? In lowers, like you just don't want to think about that. That is brutal stuff. Look, I think the Ramatra comp looked really good. NVM when they got online, I think was good, but you know, Wub switches to Sojourn here on this map, and instantly, like it's a big impact. We're already seeing, you know, these key shots being connected, and Wub being able to get his team over the line. This railgun mode, of course, was pretty special as well.
What's the next map? I don't even know, bro. Shit just ended.
With that perk.
Hold on, let me ask Timeless and Avidity.
For Timeless, obviously, is that they're sitting with the
Ink on them go is crazy. Ink on them go is crazy.
Here where I know outside of like there were like a few, maybe like 3 fights that really kind of Timeless won. It's actually kind of pretty stacked in favor of Avidity. The downside for Timeless, right, is you have a really tough match here, obviously against Avidity being down 0-1. You also play SSG. It's not like your second match of the week is like easy as well. Now Avidity also plays Team Liquid, right? Who probably will take care of business there soon. But still, falling into that like 5-6 or even near that range is brutal.
But the Wrecking Ball has now been released into the wild, which is a pick that we saw Timeless rely on pretty extensively, I think, over the course of the series. And Lucio is available to be played now as well. Obviously, one of the supports that benefited greatly, I think, from the changes to perks. We've seen this up now, looks with that increased range, and you know, you don't quite realize how much of an increase.
I played against Nevermind in Collegiate. On God, that boy was trash. Gravity coming out and dropping the mic on him.
Pre-game, and also you're like, looking at some of the numbers, right? 150%. We talked about like Maga, like the 20 health on the point. These adjustments, when you look at it, it's like, oh, that's like, you know, not crazy. But then once you start playing with it, I mean, you can definitely see the impact. No, the Soundwave knockback is just really good all the time. I mean, Groovin is like, I think that's like kind of like quick play situational for funsies, but like the knockback is extremely good.
Yes, I mean, you can. You could make a case for Accelerando as the major perk that you take on Lucio because it drastically increases your ult charge speed, right? So in theory, obviously you do need to hit these shots.
Yo, Mr. Hot needs to give this up.
But if you've tried playing it, the muscle memory,
it feels really
like
bizarre.
when you need to like, and even honestly like the Groovy one when you're riding on the wall, like normally you remember when you should be reloading on Lucio, like how many like salvos or shots you can fire. That's obviously changing because you're regenerating. You can essentially fire,
Man, fuck.
So, anyway, fun fact, that's going to be back in the game now. We've seen Ana be very strong, and Sombra is actually getting a look here. That says to me, we are playing Wrecking Ball, and we're going to make sure we use it to pummel you.
Yeah, that's a clear sign that we're going to see Wrecking Ball here on Suravasa. The Sombra is probably, if not the most effective hero against Wrecking Ball, in terms of just being able to kind of like hack, just be a nuisance. And then Avidity will get rid of Ana here. So Ana's played with the ball at a distance, and maybe this kind of impacts some of the healing. That potentially could be.
All right, so Timeless banned Sombra and Avidity banned Avidity banned Ana.
100%.
Whoa.
Suravasa here, and if you just joined us, you'd be surprised, I think, seeing this scoreline, because as good as Avidity have been against the bottom 3 teams of this league, we talked about this coming into the game, and the analogy of punching up was floated, and we have seen that already. Avidity also taking that literally with a lot of these Ramatra comps that have really given them great success over the last couple of maps.
Dude, I wish I could sell this damn card.
Like, this is a team that sometimes you would say in like playoff scenarios, right? In the past we've had some teams that you would just kind of like run over, right? Like, okay, it's the first round matchup, but like, you know, is it really going to be that close? Are you that worried, right? Avidity is a team though that has like talented players that can take, you know, games off of like the top teams and like give them a run for their money, right? So it's not a team by any stretch that is just gonna kind of like roll over against some of these top teams, especially once we get to playoff time.
All right, let's have a look at some of these comps here. Timeless, as expected, already sort of hovering that ball. Avidity definitely seem to be at their best with this Ramatra setup.
All right, lock into the game, lock into the game. Closing prides, closing prides, closing prides, closing prides.
This team's definitely got what it takes. Can we just talk about the May perk, by the way, Matt? I think that's
Boom.
extremely messed up.
All right, let's get into the game.
The cryo freeze that just kind of slows.
Honestly, I think Timeless win this map because of the ball comp. I think ball comp shits on Avidity, but maybe never mind on the make it shut them down with the wall or something. But I actually feel like ball comp is so free.
The major perk for May, the other one, right? Not the ice block one, is that the secondary fire actually slows enemies by 15% for, I think it's like 1.5.
Thanks, I am.
Up to 2 times. You can get like a 30% movement slow for 1.5 seconds. Could be pretty effective against ball, right? The right clicks onto the ball, and then also
this ball comp is gonna be so hard for Web to live into.
Right, is the primary fire extended range too, so potentially it's something along those lines.
Honestly, Matt, like even against non-ball heroes, you can slow people so they're much easier to hit with like subsequent, of those secondary shots. So I think that's very powerful. Yeah, May is sneaky, terrifying with some of these perks. Either way, though, the Wrecking Ball doing its job, and Chopper is the one that's benefiting here. As Scuff gets knocked up straight into a rail shot, and Twirls won't last under this level of attention much longer either.
Oh my god, they trading the fuck out of Chopper.
Squid gets taken down, but Avidity will have to cede control eventually.
They do get 45% though, so a significant percentage here gotten.
Never mind, Genji, boy, slow down.
Move away from, okay, so you're gonna move away from the May and the Ramatra. You're actually gonna go to a Diva here, Diva with Genji. So we'll see how these kind of swaps end up panning out. The ball just gets in just constantly.
There's like 4 teams that are 4-1 right now, so this week's gonna be crazy.
It's so difficult to slow them down as well. That's the one thing that we've seen over the last like few weeks when we've seen these Wrecking Ball comps. It's just really difficult, even with Sombra in the game, to stop the ball.
Diva's not a bad change.
Great option. It'll be sound barriers from both sides.
Yep, NY does it upstairs, so we'll be able to get that one off without being in too much danger. Okay, so the Orbital Rage gets sort of kited away from, and Rocket now chooses to go in, but that is a dirty double part.
Oh my goodness, clean.
And of course, Minefield to follow it up. Easy as that for Timeless.
Yeah, and you drop that minefield over the point right when they have that orbital array going.
You think Timeless has a sponsor? They get the bag, they lose. They go back to Timeless, they 4-1. I don't know, honestly. I'm Dave. Thanks to Sub. Thanks to 2 Gifted. I'm telling you, this ball comp, I don't think Avidity has an answer for. Okay, Nevermind's back on Genji. Let's see if Nevermind's him.
Both your support ults there, and you don't end up taking it. Now a Kitsune Rush potentially opens things up here for Timeless. You're in a good spot to chain these together.
Yeah, ball is so strong.
Rocket took Acrobatics as his minor perk, so Swift Strike actually now resets double jump, so you can pop that again, which is pretty interesting, but it does make you a little bit, harder to catch when you.
What's Honey used for the Gifted Sub Alert? Bye High C.
A little harder to hit in general. Here's Rocket. Power drive time. Good pressure, but again, follow up is what we're looking for.
Wait, Chopper popped a Sojo?
Spades. Chopper comes in with that railgun. Then White able to avoid it.
Bang, bang.
Okay, Chopper just unloads. That's a beautiful airborne shot. And then once again, Avidity just get cleaned up. It is really hard, in fairness, for even some of the best teams to answer this Wrecking Ball style.
Yeah, they just kind of get bullied into the back of the point there. They'll lose NVM here towards the end. And with Rocky, you kind of mentioned, taking that minor perk.
Look at Chopper's charm, bro. I told you that shit was tough.
Like the blade swings, gains the life steal.
Yeah, life steal.
I'd venture to say, the teams this level of play are just so good at focus firing, and a lot of times you're swing and a miss on a Genji blade.
Chop shit, no samurai. Glancing, let's settle down on the jokes here.
Out of the other option, right? Getting the Swift Strike.
Let's stick to them switching modes instead of them jokes.
Actually catch right routes. This could be quite huge.
Yeah. Okay. Not really much that Timeless can do about that.
No.
Even with NVM going down, it was obviously Timeless.
Riker Central Express. Next location, these mines. Light promote jokes. It's go time. Chop shit, no samurai. Like, let's get you on 7 TV.
Tolls hasn't had the chance to take their perk yet. Instantly, it's waiting on that now until it's a more opportune moment. Wipe here. This is scary. Inside a Kitsune Rush, Chopper was still, so definitely benefiting from that haste increase. And
You're so mean. I'm not mean.
Over the point here. Tough to break through that. Nice deflect though from NVM, but Luke Nena comes in with a boop that will end him.
I get it. Oh, okay.
Cleans him up at Timeless of the numbers here to flip this back, and the minefield is still there.
Yes, this is looking very reminiscent of our first flashpoint, right? Where
now you know why your whole chat me now, yeah.
Rotating to another tank here. We're gonna try Hazard in combination with a Torbjorn setup here for Avidity. We've actually seen a lot of teams go away from Hazard.
Fuck PGE.
We saw a ton of Hazard since we've seen Ball come into the mix. The Hazard's kind of gone out by the wayside. Is well, gotta be very careful here. Suzu just keeps him alive for a little bit.
It's been speculated that a lot of the reason for that has also been the Torb, right?
Yes.
That has sort of made teams feel less comfortable playing that Hazard. And in fairness, Torb's only
Oh!
Chopper trying to get away here. Actually takes the
Wait, never mind.
ammo perk as opposed to the railgun charge during ultimate perk. So you can obviously spam down a little bit more, build up more of those rails if needed. I don't know who's going to challenge NVM on the point right now as Rocket is very, very low. Chopper healthy enough here to have a crack at it, but this is Timeless still with 99%. So Avidity trying to avert another point loss. And that's looking less and less likely as time goes on. The boot.
Oh my god, bro. Imagine he got it back up.
No, doesn't quite get him there.
Quando thinks it's too much more.
Another point gets flipped for Avidity, but Riker is healthy enough to keep fighting for this. And Nenwai is going absolutely hog wild in the backline, finding 2 kills. But the reinforcements are here. Look, Mino and Squid up on the point. There's a minefield in play. I'm sorry, this guy is cracked. Nenwai's popping off, bro.
Dude, that was massive. As Riker actually decides to use the minefield there and then push like straight past Twalls to go try and take out Nenwai, but Nenwai there with Scuff, they're able to pick up the wrecking ball and then the supports on the point for Timeless. Can't really push in, make a play, but here we go. We're right back into the mix because it's going to be Kitsune Rush here for both sides.
Yeah, Squid holding on to that, doesn't actually have it built up quite yet. Nenwai in the thick of things now. Here comes the rush from Timeless, goes on him.
In the thick of things.
Riker needs healing stat. Squid under a lot of pressure here, and that jump forward from Twalls, the burst damage combined with Scuff's kunai connection gets him there. This will be Avidity looking to even things up. What a great fight back after being down 0 to 55. We've got an even flashpoint on our
massive comeback there for Avidity. It did not really look great in the sense that, you know, Riker was able to do some really nice work with the minefields. It looked like potentially they were going to be able to flip it back, but the supports go absolutely massive there for Avidity. So we'll see now another change here is Scuff to go over to the Junos playing the Kariko. We'll see now the Juno in combination with the Lucio as we come into this next fight. You're going to have that
you know what else is massive?
Loaded Mermaid. And then also in combination with Hazard's ult. Let's see if they can catch him, but they do catch Rocket while he's
oh my god, Rocket?
Sat in the corner though, couldn't do anything but deflect, bro. The level 3 turret is so scary for the Genji, man. It is diabolical. He was stuck in the corner with a deflect up. That's not where you want to be. So Timeless's blade there really just doesn't get much value. And Rocket may be considering whether that's really where he wants to be with this pick. That is brutal stuff. Also, you notice here, Anarchic Zeal picked up is a major perk for 12. So extra lifesteal inside Spike Guard. Which really adds up with the damage reduction you already have.
The damage reduction of the lifeguard is like pretty good. The spike guard, yeah, and then obviously now with lifesteal, right? Especially when like targets come in and you're just kind of getting a lot of the damage down. It's pretty.
Wait. Okay, thank God.
Get away.
Yeah.
Well, tell me why Nenwai is piecing the fuck out of Riker right now. Oh, never mind, Riker lived. Yo.
Riker here a little bit low, hoping for some health bags, but Nenwai is a nuisance and just seem to be everywhere. Chases on, Rocket is in danger, and Nenwai looks to try and capitalize. Can Rocket be healed up?
Boy, slow down. Boy, slow down.
But they fly a little bit too close to the sun. At least they don't get too punished for it. Still able to stall the point out for a little bit.
Still good stall. Longer. Yeah. I mean, still pretty effective stall, right? You know that there's no sound barrier on the other side. You can come back with a blade potentially here that can result in a point flip, right? It would give a you kind of get just putting this flashpoint away here with a flip for Avidity would give you a really good shot at potentially closing out the map. I mean, 2-0.
Wait, never mind, has a blade.
They can secure it. Here's going to be the blade coming in from up top. Nice Suzu keeping Chopper for just a little.
Damn.
Oh, sick railgun shot.
A debut though for Luke Mino to set it up. He just knocks MVM off course there, and it's an easy lineup for Chopper.
Welcome to the Chop motherfucking shop.
Now in a big way, this is at least going to allow them to equalize a pretty successful fight in which they didn't have to make use of any of those support ultimates either. So this next fight going to be very volatile. Both sides, of course, with a lot to work with. The orbital ray for Avidity though might be a game changer. It's a blade for NVM.
Wait, Wub has swapped on the Soch. Everybody stop moving.
Overclock from Chopper. They did a great job. Luke Mino used specifically.
Wait, oh my god, times are going so early. I don't know how. Oh, wait, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good.
Okay.
Wait, Rocket?
Well, going for the perk that allows him to sort of crits on enemies. Blade here for Rocket now. Saw the downpour come through. Luke Mino getting caught out as a result. Another Wrecking Ball here on the point to try and stall things out. It's an Avidity-favored fight for the time being, and Riker is still healthy. That's a lot to hang your hat on. Kitsune Rush and Sound Barrier, though, both already used by Timeless, and they're going to need to now lean on something else. But Avidity are low, man, and they can't get the healing they need. Twirls tries to make a bit of space, and then somehow always seems to be on the left side.
Wait, they need to touch. They need to. Oh, they got something on. We good.
For our team in orange, Timeless here with the numbers now. Squid with a
Wait, how is Hazard still alive? Oh my god.
And it'll be Timeless getting 2-1 a lead here on Suravasa.
Don't even try aiming at that thing, man. Don't even try aiming at that thing.
Scuffed up here for a little bit, and then finally take him down as Timeless, their map pick, their first ban. Still Avidity giving them a really tough game as we move on to potentially our final flash point here. The Chopper with an overclock. I mean, dude, this is another fast overclock build up here for Chopper, right? I mean, telling you.
Wait, Chopper has another OC?
In the fight that NVM had a blade, and now he's got it already.
Yep, Sojourn's perks are subtle, but the minor one that increases...
I guess you said it's a little scuffed.
Lets you charge more of these, and
man, just get back to Chopper killing everybody, bro, please.
Man, I don't call him the butcher for nothing, and if they don't, they should start. Dirty stuff.
Yeah, he's also using, this is a really interesting, I've seen like Sojourns kind of debate this and people debate it online, whether it's like the dual thrusters, which is like the double charge, or the siphon. He's actually going with the siphon, so that's like the disruptor shot can actually like...
Wait, Riker in a spider spot?
And dude, yeah, when you connect it, one, it's a lot of damage. I mean, you see it here, hit on the wub, but you also gain a ton of railgun charge, right? In combination with like the extra, clip.
Man, perk's really good.
You can farm up these railguns so fast.
Bang!
That air control is something else there from Riker.
Wait, Avidity has a lot of ults here. I'd love to see a Sojo from Wub. Let's go Wub, let's go Wub, let's go Wub. Pop it. Don't be scared now. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Sightline here, but Squid just gets ruined by Twirls. That spike guard coming in clutch. Another orbital ray here for Avidity.
Bro, use it.
Ultimates that they need. But Timeless, of course, will enter the next fight with a barrier and a 72% lead.
Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. I mean, you see Chopper just kind of flying on that point. Pretty difficult. So, is this what we're gonna see this from Squid potentially? Little.
What was the vendor you tested in the practice earlier? Just a perk.
Oh, okay, no, we're actually probably just a grip,
it's hard.
Dude,
yeah.
Weaver. I was gonna say has some interesting perks, but I don't know.
What, the detonating thorns of Super Bloom.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's
Use while there's up 7 players. Good job, Caster PGE. Shit would have looked cool though. Like the fuck. Tell me it's not cool when someone owes.
That's pretty good considering Weaver off.
Value.
Finds himself on the wrong side of the kill.
Often like, always dead.
I might be dead, but here's a 250 health pack. You know what I mean? Go nuts. The devs know what we want. Some value, at least.
Wait, did Nevermind just blade? I just blinked and the blade happened. What?
See now how they deal with this though. Sound barrier here for Lucamino.
It's Chopper's overclock. I'm terrified of. I mean, even sidelines because that last fight was crazy.
Okay, Chop has put out the ultimate. Oh no! Wait, Rocket?
Surely Rocket can eventually cut through the guy. God, the healing regen matters in situations like that. Wap here very low. Trying to snipe in, but it's always Nenwai going absolutely ham.
Rocket?
Aggressive Lucio play. I love the bloodthirsty approach to the game. However, Timeless should have enough plays to clean this fight up. It's just a matter of sticking to the right targets. At NVM, they've had trouble bringing him down. Now, though, cleanup crew comes through.
And unfortunately for Avidity, they have a few players who just kind of linger forever near the
bingo.
Point, and they're not able to come
bang! I told you Timeless gonna win on that ball comp.
I also think
that's their bread and butter.
Timeless has been very good when he's been able to switch over towards the Sojourn. We saw that on, Samoa. A big part, I think, of what allows Avidity ultimately to take that map away. Nenwai's on the Lucio. The NVM's Genji can set up really well. No nanos, though, for that Genji, which is... That might be a difference.
Okay, Riker.
Nenwai already gets a little too close to Riker. That's 80 damage to the face if you're in slash range.
Yeah, you just get bursted down by the hazard. it kind of comes out of nowhere in a sense, right? Hazard's like leap is Winston's obviously gains like a ton of like vertical height, where Hazard just seems like he just gets like, you know, launched off a launch pad directly at you. It's
Oh, you
just
mean
like
with the major perk when he
just in general. I mean, you know, the major perk obviously changes things in terms of like the range, right? But even just in general, like if you're a Lucio, like sometimes you can't gauge how fast this Hazard.
I'm pretty good. How are you?
On you.
Yes. Yeah, it is really hard to see it coming. And that's anyone, like, is a risk of that. It also can cleave. It can cleave you. When you see what it looks like.
Oh my God.
It's actually quite long.
Chopper laying it down on Wub.
Have your wits about you?
He about to turn Wub into a dub. Let me know. My bad.
To perfection, Matt. And then when you fight like this, right in front of the checkpoint, we all know what that means.
Yeah, this is going to be first checkpoint here for Timeless, and you're going to have a pretty sizable advantage, right? You're going to have that sound barrier already. I mean, you see Ninwai just barely above 50%, so Lucamino's really gapping.
Stick to 7 TV emotes. Oh, we taking jokes now.
In comparison to 12, so these fights going heavily in favor of Timeless. And
I know Glancy not laughing at that.
You can see how punishing it can be to die first as Lucio. Something that should never happen. You know, being 50% behind in ult charge is so brutal. You're out of phase. It's like you don't always want to, like, you don't want to be out of phase with the enemy Lucio necessarily, because you want to be able to match beat in some of these fights. And have a later beat, right, and then sort of win out on that particular exchange. So
here's a tough fight as well, right? Because Timeless is going to back up because they want to play this like high ground and just kind of force Avidity.
Wait, Chop? Oh.
The low ground here, just kind of work their way.
I thought he was about to shoot that rail. Have you ever shot that shot?
This is not really the fight that Avidity wants.
Scuff, you know, maybe? No, they're gonna kite this. They're gonna kite this, then go with you know.
I mean, they are still being forced to be reactive.
Oh my God.
Actually start to set the tempo here, which is just terrible for them. Their comp wants to be going forward. It wants to be catching people out, and yeah, that downpour was just what the doctor ordered. Avidity now have a trove of ultimates, but let's see how many timers can tease out of them, because they haven't used either of their support ults. This is looking really ugly for
the downpour actually connects with Nidwai through the wall there, and it's just like great combination there where Rocket's actually able to get around the corner, finish him off as well, right? So
make it perk, bro. It's killing me.
No.
Wait, Rocket has a blade and he's hiding. Bingo! Bingo!
Wipes in trouble there. Yeah, tries to disrupt the shot themselves. I respect it. But again, here's that double support ultimate in this fight for Avidity. Are they even going to win it?
Wait, how did that not hit Rocket? What the fuck? How did that not hit Rocket? What?
And the fight breaks down all across the map. Avidity just spanked out 3 ultimates.
He didn't deflect it.
They're going to get value from them. They're going to lose 12s here almost certainly. And the fight as a result.
So
I swear he was still in it.
I guess for Avidity is they send the bot all the way back towards the middle of the map.
Oh, he moved it before I land. Oh, I see.
Launching its way towards their spawn door. The bad part is we're almost halfway through this game. A push, only 2 meters on the board for Avidity, and then also now you're going to be fighting into this high ground yet again potentially. So just that, the start of this game has actually pushed Avidity so far back. It's like. And we talk about it a lot, but sometimes it's hard to gauge. Like the start of these push rounds, like if you get off to a poor start, it could just ruin the entire map.
Oh, happens.
Some of this dominance on Juno. It's NVM going for
Never mind, more like, nah, I'm not, let me stop. Just, whoa, Riker kills 2, nice. Timeless continue pushing their part.
They did steal the bot away, but they're doing this every fight. They go into an engagement, they spend ultimates, they lose a player, they give up on the fight and just try and sneak the bot back across the map. This
never mind.
This is not going to work in the long term. They're not advancing their win condition at all.
My solo's caster, I'm afraid to get hype. Hopefully my voice is like, or my throat's not getting fucked.
That's going to be pretty easy.
Oh, he can't get away.
What?
Okay, Tors at least is there with a bit of damage, but Scuff does eventually fall. Wub.
Whoa.
Evade detection. Detainment for the time being. Time's down to 4 here. They do have to respect what Tors can do. So they might have to call an audible on this fight. Yeah. Pull on out.
I might swerve in that corner. Oh.
He's going to be definitely back by time that fight kicks off here around this corner, right? He's going to have the close spawn, so he's going to be able to get right on top of that bridge. They're going to go again here, Mitch. It's going to be Chopper with the overclock. They get Rocket. That's actually huge because he was going to have that blade very shortly.
What is the purpose of this orbital ray? It doesn't seem like Chopper trying to play from within it if he can. It's just tough. Here's a downpour now. Tors spending big on this fight. Riker at least able to find the one though. Scuffy is down. This should be Avidity being able to push back a little further. What do you think by the way, about this minor perk for the hazard. Tall's taking violent lead that gives you the 30% more damage to enemies above 250 health. Is he just trying to like get...
Wait, he got the Bixie hazard. I need to get on that.
I mean, it's good against tanks, right?
No, Squid was resetting, bro. Y'all being stupid. Y'all being stupid. Squid is literally resetting, bro. Low elo takes. Low elo takes.
Hits charge the spike guard, which like doesn't really seem... It seems to get way more value and easier without thinking about it. Just being able to use kind of the violent leap one.
Well, there's a lot going on in this fight, isn't it? Sound barrier orbital right here from Avidity. Blade spent by...
Nice. Rocket gets out of support all and lives with Blade. Maximum value.
Not able to stand in this fight. Deflect there, but never mind. If they're so low, just have to dash away and are removed. And times happen to lock this game in chronostasis for the time being.
Low elo take. Low table fade. That was heat, man. That was heat. Fried rice 69 sub.
And then Avidity just kind of rallying the bot, you know, with a flanker back towards the middle of the map just to prevent Timeless from kind of running it in. We're also seeing in this map, Mitch, yet again in terms of the Sojourn setup, where...
Low table fade got even less money than Hawk, though.
Energy like in the overclock. And
I just think how stupid it sounds is so funny.
Yet again. So a little bit of a difference here between these Sojourns.
Okay, Riker with a downpour here. Still has to go throw up that spike. But yes, plenty of DPS they can follow up. And the fact that the enemy is rooted to the ground and feel like a deer in headlights. Avidity get washed away again, and now they will be adding new meterage onto the total. Timeless as they are on this final stretch with 2 minutes 30 left in the game. Desperate times for Avidity. Only Wub's ultimate potentially to lean on, and NY has gotten himself in a bit of trouble.
I mean,
he's on a bit of a flank, and
it's so hard to come back from this.
The flank not coming in fast enough as the rest of his team. They're going to end up falling because that's going to be Squid using the orbital ray, pushing deeper into the Avidity spawn, as this is going to be a Timeless full map completion here.
Timeless.
On Esperança.
Web singer things in 4 months.
Yeah, beautifully done. There you have a Timeless here. We'll be taking us to a map 4 now with a 2-1 lead. And frankly,
what's happening on my stream? What?
I think it was like 19, 20 meters ultimately gained there, you know, from Avidity. And I mentioned a couple times, but they never really felt like they were able to stabilize. And Matt, there was a
on-screen celebration. Sacred Aura.
Sport ultimates though, you know, and they were still able.
They're not even a sub, bro. We got no messages. They're not even a sub. They don't even follow. Like,
every fight that Avidity got, basically.
Heroes back to the game. Like, many people may have forgotten that. Like, you used to get longer stuns for longer accretion travel distance, right? I've seen players going for that. And also cooldown reduction on your accretion if you do this. Use Kinetic Grasp is kind of awesome. I'm really enjoying what you get from Sigma at the moment.
Yeah, and we'll see Ramatra on the other side. I think, you know, playing on live a ton the last few days, Ramatra seems like all the perks seem to be pretty good.
You see Vision's tank got banned? Who's Vision's tank?
And we'll actually see an extended period of May here as well, right? We saw just like off the first point on Flashpoint, and then a swap from Avidity. But
no, I'm just slouchy right now.
Start. We'll get a little bit of a stretch here out of May.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Ramatra's perks allow him to be more poke or more brawl oriented.
I know. What did he get banned for? What?
In decision making between those. Well, you know, with just saying after you have the relative power of each.
He got permud. Permud?
Oh, buddy, that's not good. Bro, just got a spinal tap. Didn't even get to sign for that. That's brutal stuff. And Avidity. Nicely done.
Wait, how are people getting perma banned? What?
Gets him over the line for this first.
Not nice words in ranked.
I'm surprised he even lasted that long. He just
are they actually saying bad things, or just like a derby case where they just say like fuck?
Just gonna finish him off with some shots. That's a really fast point a take here for Avidity. And now Riker will go over to the hazard, right? So you're constantly getting poked by that Ramatra, and you know the pressure that the May can put like with a wall behind the Sigma, and then you kind of just run the Sigma down. So they'll actually go for a little bit more mobility here with the hazard.
All right. Yeah, control here of the middle of the room, at least for Riker, but there's got to be a way forward. There's got to be a way to start pressuring this backline of Avidity. Riker did get a nano. Handed over now. What can this hazard do? Blizzard is a bit scary, but of course that leap is going to get them out of the fray. Unfortunately, though, it means there's no chance to make use of that. And NY again, featuring.
Honestly, I actually really don't like Havana. I feel like this map is so fucking ass.
By NVM, which just goes into ice block, presumably. And the Avidity train is still rolling. Vortex is going to be thrown down now, and Tulsa's going to play a big overclock ultimate use. And Avidity win their second fight.
This is a good Widow map. I feel like it's like the fakest Widow map.
Out of the blizzard, he's gonna fall here towards the end, right? He put a hazard wall down and then just kind of like.
I think Havana's the fakest Widow map.
As the blizzard was coming through, but dude, this is Avidity just taking it to Timeless here. An opportunity to get this second checkpoint already. I mean, this is so much time available here for Avidity if they're able to get it here. 12 gets you with a bio. Would not be surprised.
Best Widow map is Youngtown? No. I think the best Widow map is Dorado.
Yeah, thinking about it.
The rest of the team's just picking up picks though as players just flood out.
Necessary.
No, not anymore.
Timeless are in. They're struggling on this map. I mean, they made this hazard comp look very, very good on Esperança, but it's such a different context, such a different map. This is pure snowball.
Jib's not bad for Widow, but
slowing down because Nenwai has a beat. There's an annihilation, so you have two of the most important ultimates you need to conquer this awkward long stretch of map, and also
Circuit's a fake Widow map too.
Anyway.
Yeah, and we'll see 12s actually go for the Void Surge, right? So it's that like little burst of damage that comes out of Ramatra's primary fire, right? So yeah, you see it there, kind of like firing off like almost like a little shotgun spread out of the Ramatra primary.
Rialto's a good Widow
A
map.
little bit of burst damage to the Ram. The other option is that longer shield.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, more output makes you better at poking, right? He was always a little bit neither here nor there. Ramatra was like, you know, decent in the brawl, decent in the poke. Now can sort of spec harder into those aspects of his game, either way, which I really enjoy.
Nice nade from Squid though.
Tried to go for an overclock moment, didn't really work out. Rocket has to be the one to slow this down somehow. Then why at least falls. But Avidity already struck a mortal blow. They have taken out, of course, the Sojourn. A Bionade here is going to keep 12s quiet for the time being, but Wub's position has to be cleared, and I think that was a big deflect of a railgun shot there by Rocket that sets up that kill. Okay, you're caught inside this downpool here, but I don't think 12's minds too much. That Annihilation is still being held onto, and there's an orbital ray now to play around. NBM going to push up here. And Avidity have really spec very heavily into things that suit them into long-range game, but Chopper's able to bring NBM down, coming back off respawn, and finally, Matt, Avidity is slowed down.
Yeah, NVM actually selects the where the main wall actually has it has a little bit longer to it, right? So being able to kind of have that main wall up a little bit longer, right? Run targets down, still holding on to this Annihilation. I feel like it's been for ages now that 12s has this Ramatra ultimate. We'll see if they're able to kind of maybe make a way up towards that high ground, like just kind of push players down. As Timeless needs a really good hold here, Mitch. I mean, 3 minutes is a ton of time still.
You might play Annihilation into sound.
What a Timeless banned? They banned Widowmaker.
On you, and you effectively cut the duration of that overshield down.
The 15 extra ammo, it seems like everyone just gets that over the fucking the rail.
Squid obviously doesn't need it that badly, but hey, you're not going to say no. Here's that Annihilation egg used defensively by 12s. Just says, oh, Rocket tries to get aggressive. Oh, yep, eventually he's going to have to fall. Scarfty's down, though, and 12s gets a disruptor shot stuck to them, which is always annoying.
Oh my god, Riker.
Able to get back to the castle, but only just. Now Wub has a rail off their own. It's a sound barrier in reserve for Timeless, and the Maze caught out of position. NVM run down entirely. Chopper has the mobility to get out if they need to here, and Avidity actually committing a rail to this situation. Oh my goodness, Wub's been able to find Chopper. Another great deflect by Rocket midway through that Sojourn ultimate. Obviously, the deflect is more powerful as the rails get more powerful, and a blade from Rocket should seal the deal.
Yeah, the blade is good there for Rocket towards the end, right? So that'll be 12's actually hit with a sleep.
Whose dog is that? Is that mine?
Take him out, and that's gonna just
Lucas thinks the 15 months.
This even longer. The hold here for Timeless looking really good. As all they do lose Riker, the Riker pushes a little.
I think that's one of the casters.
Makes a switch over to the Torb here, so using that Torb to take advantage potentially of the hazard on the other side. I'm curious if we see a switch, but honestly, the hazard works so good.
You can watch out people. How is it worse than 15 ammo? 15 ammo is like consistent uptime, and then the ult is like only during the ult.
I hope you're splitting your paycheck with Hugo, mate, because I tell you what,
this dog has been on one, man. I don't know what's going on in his little head.
12's in trouble there. That disruptor shot comes through and sticks. Riker with a double down poor catch. That ended up being the end.
But I mean, I think both are situational and good. It's not like one's better than the other.
Scuff obviously has the crit damage on headshots. It's not enough for Avidity with the fight here, though, and this is definitely a critical part of the map coming up.
So we'll see. No, Riker's going to decide to stay, right? I was wondering, like, because we
I think 150 charge is good too, and then 50 ammo is good too.
Obviously been really effective. I mean, what? This was like 4 minutes.
You get way less shots.
Now we're down below a minute. Nice
Yeah, the Wolfcock is only near ult.
So that's the bounce there.
Oh my, Squid.
So sick. Oh, dude, the bouncing nade. I mean, it gets you so much more coverage, you know, especially at long range. That's filth. And that one is a whoa.
And even the double like nano, right? The nano on yourself, like just to be able to kind of stay up on that high ground, like nobody's coming for you at that point, right? I mean, you were.
What?
Anna used to nano the brig when they got dived.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they both get it. Makes him undivable. It's pretty disgusting. It's very, very good. If we ever get back to that Sombra dive.
Oh my rocket!
Anyway, Avidity here trying to get the map done still, of course. Rocket got given a nano, but doesn't see the need to go for the blade here. I think, yeah, just getting Paul's debanked. I think Avidity is stuffed.
Yeah, I mean, they've fallen apart here. I mean, a lightning fast point A take, a really good point B take, and then here towards the end, it is just all time to hold on as it's going to be an it's going to be a blade here for Rocket, just kind of chasing targets. Just trying to find a spot that he'll be able to live from as Rocket takes him out. That'll be where the payload stops. So,
Super Suggestion new album? No way!
Absolutely nothing there.
Bad Luther Daisy too.
I do think though, so much of this map, the mileage on this map was gained from that snowball that Avidity were able to inflict upon Timeless. It just gave them, I would say, an ult economy lead for 2/3 of the map until we got to this phase. And again, like it's a more wide open expanse. This is the part of the map where like the Sojourn's impact can be felt, much more. Anna gets a lot more equity as well. She's able to heal from a safer spot in theory and be more of a nuisance, especially of course if she has, the bouncing bardic grenade perk, which is,
Have you heard the new Youngling song? Yeah.
And again, like, you can traverse this open area relatively well, of course, as Hazard. So it works out, and of course, like for the Ramatra is just a little bit awkward. Like,
what's the thing that's so good about Lucio? Everyone uses him. Lucio is really good at just getting past chokes, engaging fast, really good ultimate, really good damage, can peel really well with boop.
Yeah, it's tough.
We will see Avidity here on D. I think they'll probably try and play
the new perk allows Lucio to like boop so much further. You can boop flankers so far away.
Play as close as you can to the spawn door. That's probably where you're gonna get the most value.
Will I find a job soon? I'm not like no magic 8-ball man, I don't know. I hope so. Anonymous Gifter thinks that's up.
I was a bit worried actually, like kind of at the start, right? But I think though, if you kind of get like some of those deeper levels and then you kind of swap, you can actually get back pretty fast. Where I don't think it's as impactful. I'll also say as well, on the Ramatra, I actually like the longer barrier. I think you can like the longer barrier, like,
that could have been such a big nade.
Like, with the healing of the,
wait, they insta died. What?
Then, like,
Wait, what?
Barrier, I think like it makes it really difficult to like.
Wait, that was the weakest bond hold I've ever seen. What? That was the weakest bond hold I've actually ever seen in my Overwatch career.
Sort of not waste your time, but spend your time shooting at it, which is a little annoying. Requires a bit of a paradigm shift in terms of playing against the Ramatra.
I think the major one is pretty clear on Ramatra. Like, you want the heal. Like, it's really difficult to hit the E and then like kind of like connect on in midair and then hit it again, right? Where I think the healing of the vortex obviously works out great. It's look at this dude. It's actually a Avidity wrap up to the high ground and then they just kind of like flood out behind Ninline's speed boost. So looking to potentially take another fight here. This would give them like 3 fights on the point here, as they do lose a few players, right? They're gonna kind of stagger out here.
Oh, credit to Lugmino, right, for keeping the wheels on the bus as long as they did.
Why isn't Zama playing? I think Nevermind's more flexible, maybe.
I think generally favors actually Avidity in that situation, but Timeless managed to keep their feet. And Tolls was obviously the last to fall.
Is spawn holding good on this map? Yeah, it's a really long map. Really long first point.
Hang around too long in these fights. Still wants to stick to the May, of course, and there's every reason to go for that, but
they've just been kind of like obviously a spawn hold, right? And then the next one they just use speed and just
no!
Really like a
no, bro! He had all of them there.
Good connection there from Wub though. Yeah, Twells has made that space, but Chopper has a rail.
No, Chop!
At the moment.
How is he alive, bro? What? How did no one hit him?
Yeah. His Majesty will be with you later. Just whip 180 and hit him with the bangarang. Right.
It's like I'm gonna get healed through this, so you shoot me. That's cute. I'm gonna just look at other targets for now.
Yeah. What you got there? Let me look at your perks. Okay. Yeah. No. I'm just gonna be about my day. Thanks, mate. Brutal.
Whose dog is this?
So Timeless Avidity here, roughly even. I mean, the
Who just gave me $1?
have to be aware of it, but
Talk
it's
to
not
us
available. I
donated
think
$1.
whenever NVM would have liked it, excuse me, is to shut down those blinds or, you know, actually commit them off the back of them. So, big first here for Timeless. Can they use to get a kill out of this fight? Avidity are holding onto theirs, and they managed to pick off Squid. So this could be a very gainful exchange for Avidity now. Yeah,
Lobster Lover got the biggest parlay out of Avidity, bro. This guy has not once stopped believing in them.
Both support ults come out from Timeless. Avidity does a really nice job, Ninway, being able to hold on to Sound Barrier, right? So it doesn't feel pressured to end up using that Sound Barrier. And 12's actually using the Barrier perk, right? So this is when
say my name. Well, no one. I'd love to see Tolls go really fast with Lucio. Like they amped in them really fast on their rotate.
Like some form of self-sustain, right?
How was then why dead? What just happened? I looked away for 2 seconds.
Also, by the way,
What just happened?
Lost your Sound Barrier. So all the positive things they did in the last fight, they may be a little bit screwed here.
Ah, that is a heartbreaker. I mean, I'm gonna put it out there. Minwai's been huge in some of these fights, like really big, a very aggressive kind of Lucio. But sometimes we stray onto the FD god end of the spectrum.
You know, I was when you said
I love like
I was like, oh, it's like an AFD god.
Right,
but
I mean, you cannot be dying first at all.
Yeah.
thank the bits. Thanks to the bits, man.
You know, still have a chance to come back in. We are speeding in. So I think
Their
you still
advantage.
use the speed, and you're very favored here.
Real monotone. Thanks to 2 months.
I mean, you could even try and
Lost your good position.
Oh, this is gonna be like a double buy off to the side. Let's see.
No connection.
It's a blizzard here that gets thrown in. You're just trying to keep everybody up through this blizzard.
Okay, Rocket does get frozen. He has annihilation.
Oh my! Now I pieced him off.
Nicely done. Squid gets rolled. Rocket also down. Rocket doesn't make use of the annihilation. So time has been very conservative here. But they only get the
chop?
Avidity.
The chop?
Like, they're positioned aggressively up on that high ground, and they are hoping to get more out of the defenders. So real great composure for Avidity for just rationing the Blizzard into that fight and being able to win it relatively clean.
Well, Avidity also out of this ends up holding onto this beat for the blade that's going to come through, right? So you feel like that's all for Avidity as they drain.
Love such a pussy. Take the 1v1. Puggo.
The clock. You think about Avidity's offense, right? They had no troubles on the first point, or even here in the second point. It was really towards
Loki, if he took it, that would have been tough. No glaze though. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Does Nevermind not have shift?
Eventually gets taken down by it. Excuse me. Nice bio there on the Twirls. He's also slept. This requires the beat from NY. So a player down. Avidity
wait. Wub heads? Wub heads? Where we at?
Time for Wub and Co.
Oh.
Not so bad, but Lumino dives on in and deals with Bub, and this annihilation Maelstrom is pretty scary. It's like a Venn diagram of murder in 3D, folks. It's one that Timeless win out as those very hostile snow globes come crashing together.
And that's Avidity using absolutely everything there, Mitch.
What the
using the orbital ray plus their sound barrier. Actually, they're going to come out here and fight this. So NBM is back on the Genji. They also have Twirls go over to Doom. So they want to contest this.
Okay, but they just don't have enough. The sim as well. You might buy some time at best, but winning this fight definitely seems like it's a little bit out of the question.
The sim though? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Caster curse. Doom though? The Doom though?
On by Squid. Someone who's just been a real standout to me on this Timeless squad. And here we are, last phase of the map at the fingertips of Timeless, and they don't even.
Okay, to be honest, this is a hard point. Third point, we got it, bro.
Minutes, right? So you think about Timeless's defense, where Avidity had like almost like 4 minutes here, and they're able to hold them. 2 minutes, not a ton of time. The bad part for Avidity is they have absolutely nothing to work with. Lucamino's built up this sound barrier.
Wait, Nevermind has swapped Genji. Everyone stop breathing.
Another blade here, so I mean, just a lot for Timeless to be able to use here to close this one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, and VM dealt with blade now. Of course, no one is left to challenge the Genji.
I'm sorry, man.
Eventually gets the Achilles cut. Rocket able to chase them down.
I'ma just stop talking, bro. I'ma just.
This is pretty scary. They're currently casting Pip.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I would love to be, you know, at Hugo Bart. He can come over here for 4 minutes.
Okay, Squid has a nano, and there's no way Lumino Ajaxes. There is no way Lumino Ajaxes. There is no world where Lumino Ajaxes.
I'm ready for this. NVM down again. Rocket's just dominating the Genji on Genji action. That is brutal. Just running rampant through that back line, and Scuff can't even see his team. This is Timeless, folks, ending the series with quite the statement. Avidity put some pressure on them early in the series, but eventually lose their grip.
A pretty competitive series, though.
It was a pretty good series, though. Yeah, exactly. Timeless. Wait, what's that one song that goes timeless?